Alright, HadesOmega here. Welcome to another episode of HadesOmega's Solar Garage Project. Alright, so I have to say I've acquired all the parts that I need, so we can start like doing stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, like the last couple weeks I've just kind of been, working and stuff. I've been working on the solar stuff. Other than like the panels. So the last thing we did was we did a mock-up of the panels, and I made sure all the fasteners and stuff is ready to go. So today is Saturday. And tomorrow is Sunday. So tomorrow I'm planning to mount the solar panels on the roof. Okay, so look forward to that. But today I took time off of work. I rode the light bee and did 33 miles of door dashing. All right, and it worked great. So we got to put these solar panels up so we can charge my light bee up with it, man. That's what I'm gonna say. So we can make more money. So yeah, in a way, this solar project is gonna, it's gonna charge my bike, right? I'm investing a lot of money into this. I probably put around $3,000 plus into it, or probably around $3,000, and I'm hoping to get that money back by, I can recharge my electric bike with it or whatever, and then I can go out and make money with that energy that I put into the battery. So in a way, this solar garage thing is going to make me money. So if you think about it, but it's not directly making me money, but it's going to put the energy into my bike so we can make make money out of it. Okay, so that's that. In a way, it's going to pay itself back. So yeah. So, but I also got I'm going to buy another delivery bike. So check that video out on my channel if you're interested. I'm gonna go buy it on Monday, so it'll be another vehicle in HadesOmega's stable, but it's probably not going to be there very long. And its sole purpose is to do deliveries, because I've been running this bike ragged, and I need to, give it a break sometime. So I'm gonna get a different bike. I lost one bike, so it's okay to go get another one. That's what we'll say. All right. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow solar panels are going on. All the racking and stuff that's right here is going to go up there. I got it all ready to go. All the bolts and washers and all that stuff. It's all good to go. So tomorrow we're going to go and attempt to install it, is what I'm going to say. I'm going to try to get it all. I'm going to at least try to get the solar panels done in one day. Okay, but today with the time by not working tonight, I'm going to go. We're going to do some wiring, or we're going to go mount some stuff on the project board. Okay, most likely just the breakers and the fuses and stuff. All right, I'm gonna go mount all the safety stuff and just start wiring stuff. Okay, that's the stuff that I could have done a while ago, but I've kind of just neglected to. Okay, but we can go do it now. I've got all the wiring and stuff for the most part. Okay. All right, so yeah, let me show you what I got going on. Okay, so we're gonna be working over here. Alright, so get this box out of the way here. Okay, I took the cover off. Where's the cover? Right here. Cover's here, screws are here. There's the screw I used to drill a hole into the wall. But yeah, so we're gonna start actually connecting stuff to this today, okay? Because we don't need the solar panels or the battery. Also, yeah, that's right. I forgot about it. I got all the batteries, okay? So I have not taken everything out of the box yet. I've only taken one of them out, so there's one of the batteries. I will be shooting, probably after this video, I will be shooting a video about these batteries, okay? So I got the data sheet right there from where I bought it from, Vericore, and we'll take a look at these batteries. Hopefully they're all good. So I'll say that I haven't taken a look at all of them yet, so we'll see. All right, so that will be in the next episode. All right, but for now, we're gonna go mount some stuff here. So I'll show you what I got. Yeah, I've had these breakers have been giving me a lot of grief. Okay, so I didn't know that you have to buy like specific breakers. I looked at the breakers at Home Depot and I said, hey, that looks like it'll fit in there, and I bought them. So I bought a Siemens one. It looked like it would fit. All right, and then this one is a. Wow, is it supposed to just stay in there when? Okay, so yeah, these guys go on like this. Okay. All right.
So basically, this is what you call a load center or a sub panel. We're going to use this just to distribute the power throughout for the inverter, okay? And it's going to have breakers. I'm trying to do everything right, you know. I've got 20 amp breakers, all right, and I've got this MC cable. It's called MC12-2, okay? So what I found out, so HadesOmega is a real noob at this stuff, okay? But this is what they call solid MC. It's MC stands for metal clad, so it's basically a wire. It's a wiring conduit that's like flexible, okay? And this is what we're gonna use to run wire across the garage, okay? I think this one we're gonna use this 25 feet. I hope it's enough. I'm gonna try to, maybe I'll run it tonight. We'll see. I'm just gonna run it from the inverter to the washing machine, okay? So this is the wire that's gonna power the washing machine. So what 12/2 means is 12 gauge. All right, 12 gauge is it's yellow. Notice it's yellow. So I found this stuff out. HadesOmega is learning a lot of stuff. I bought a white cable before because I'm like, oh, it's white. You know, it's the same color as the walls. You know, but that's not what the colors mean. Okay, white means it's 14 gauge and it's rated for 15 amps. Okay, this is yellow. See the yellow? It's 12 gauge wiring, and it's rated for 20 amps. Okay, so I looked at all the outlets in here, and it looks like everything is like a 15 amp outlet, but I'm pretty sure the wiring in this garage is probably like 20 amp wiring. It probably uses 12 gauge. They said like all new houses, they just put this stuff. And literally, when I was at Home Depot, I looked on the shelf, and it said the difference between the 14.2 and the 12.2 was like $3. I'm like, okay, so you're telling me I can have a better cable, you know, thicker cable with less resistance for $3 extra? Sign me up. So yeah, I went and bought it. Okay, so what the 2 means, okay, there's a 2 means there's 2 wires, okay, or two conductors, or there's a hot and there's a neutral, okay. If you get one that's 3, it's rated for 220 volts, okay, or 240 volts, and there's a L1 hot and an L2 hot, and then a neutral, okay, and then your ground. So technically there's 3 wires in here, okay. This one is just hot, neutral, and ground. Okay, HadesOmega learn stuff about AC stuff. I'm pretty good with the DC stuff, but the AC stuff I'm not that good at, and I'm learning a lot of stuff. So hopefully you guys are learning along with me. If not, you know, and if you guys have any suggestions, you know, please leave comments in the comment section. You know, if you got any tips for HadesOmega. All right. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna mount this breaker panel here, and then we're gonna go mount this fuse holder. This fuse holder is gonna be for the PV input. Okay, this guy right here. This is where the PV input goes. We're gonna mount it somewhere here, and then we're gonna run the wire there. And then also I'm gonna make a wiring harness for this. Where does the wires come out of this? That's a good question. I think it's supposed to go back here. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Why? I know I don't like the way they wired everything in here. Everything is so close. Like stuff is gonna touch each other. But anyway, the wire's supposed to come out here and go down this little hole here. See, and then this wire's in the way too. What is up with that, man? There's so much wires in the way. I don't like that. So everything is so tightly packed in here. It's crazy. Anyway, this is the PV input. It's gonna go out here. My plan is to make a connector. Okay, I'm gonna use a XT60 connector. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna be pushing 60 amps through the wire. Plus the wire is a 6 gauge. I think 6 gauge is rated up to, okay, so 6 gauge, oh yeah, okay, that's why I bought the fuse, duh. So 6 gauge is rated to carry 50 amps, all right? So that's why I bought a fuse holder. So we're gonna put a 50 amp fuse in it, okay? I bought this at an audio install place, like a radio, you know, stereo systems. And this is what they had. Apparently this is what they're using now. I got it for $8. I wanted to get the round one, you know, where you can see the glass fuses and stuff, but you know, I guess that's better for car audio because, you know, they vibrate. This will vibrate inside the car, and maybe the fuse could break or something. This one has what they use is a mini A&L fuse. Actually, in fact, I will go get it right now. All right, this guy, it's 50 amp fuse. All right, so I got the 50 amp fuse for this because 6 gauge can carry 50 amps. All right, so that's what the shop didn't actually have it. I had to buy this on eBay. Okay, so basically, I think you would unscrew this, then bolt this onto that. Okay, when you're ready to go. In fact, we should probably before we mount it, we'll install the fuse. Okay, so we got to install this. We've got to install the breaker panel. All right, and then we're gonna run the. I got this. I think this is a 6 gauge wire. Yeah, it says 6 gauge on it. All right, so this is rated. So yeah, this is rated for 50 amps right here. So, the reason I chose this Romex, it's a Romex cable. It's designed to be run inside walls and stuff. You're not supposed to. It's not supposed to be out exposed, but I'm like, I don't care, whatever. I don't really care. I could just take the wires out, you know. But we're just gonna leave it in here, and we're gonna run it through here. This is gonna be the output, okay? So the output, we're gonna connect the output here to the breaker in here, okay? And then I've got, yeah. So this is a 6 gauge. So. Supposedly this will output more than 40 amps, okay? 40 amps. This is a 40 amp breaker, you can see here, see? So 3,000 watts is roughly 40 amps, okay? So if you exceed 40 amps, then you're probably going to pop the breaker. So so that's going to be like our main breaker pretty much, okay? If this gets overloaded, poof, this will pop, okay? So that means we don't have to have a main breaker for this, all right? And yeah, and this is rated for 50 amps, so that's more than that we'll be safe, okay? So let's say the wire won't catch on fire or anything, okay? Also, my plan is I'm going to bridge this, okay, or connect it, okay? So, okay, the way these breaker panels work is that there's kind of 2 inputs, all right? There's like a L1 input and an L2 input, okay? That's if you got 220 volt, you know, hots, okay? And then that's, so if you connect the 2 together, if you have a dual pole, so this is a single pole, so it only connects for 1, okay? So this one is connected to the top one here, but I'm gonna bridge them, okay? So I could use each one of these for 120 volts, okay? If you wanted to make a 240 volt circuit, then you would use what's called a dual pole. So it will take 2 of these slots, and it'll pretty much it'll connect these 2 together. The breaker will connect these 2 together, sort of. It'll connect it to your outlet, okay? One of them will be your one of these. Like, let's say you had 2, right? Well, I guess you could use 2 also, but a dual pole breaker will have 2. Well, it'll be like it'll take up 2 slots, but it'll be 1 unit, and it'll have like 1 switch on it. But basically, one of them will be a L1 and an L2, okay? And they'll be both 120 volts. And then when you put those together, that's, you know, 240 volts. All right, but I'm gonna change this into like 120 volt panels. What it's gonna do, okay? So because we don't have the ability to run 240 volts anyways, and I don't really have that many 240 volt appliances. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bridge the 2 sides here, okay? I'm gonna use whatever extra cable we have here to 6 gauge, and we're gonna bridge it from here to here, okay? And then it's gonna go to here. So it's like it's just all one kind of circuit, okay? And it's gonna be, so I have to put I should put a label on the box that says 120 volts only. That's what people say, you know. If it's only 120 panel, then so some panels have it where you can just add a bus bar and it'll connect the 2, okay? So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm learning stuff here. So yeah, we're gonna connect this to here, all right, the hot here, and then we're gonna bridge the 2 here, and then that way each one of these is 120 volts, okay? It just runs off of the same circuit, basically, okay? And then this is your neutral right here. That's the white wire, okay? And then we're gonna mount a ground bar, okay? We gotta mount a grounding bar to this, and then we gotta ground we're gonna have to run a ground to the circuit breaker panel, okay? And the ground is on the other side of my garage, so it's over there. So we're gonna have to run it all the way over here, and then we're going to use that ground for the solar panels as well, okay? So we got to run a ground wire at some point, all right? And that's going to go to our bus bar, okay? And then the ground will also go here, and the neutral goes here, okay? That's the plan, okay? That's the plan for the breaker. The breaker will probably be its own episode, is what I'm going to say. All right, and this is the cover for it. It's gonna look like that. Beautiful. So I bought the right breakers this time, right? Like I said, I had to go buy I had to go back 3 times. Okay, the first ones I bought were Siemens, and they look like they fit, but I read that you're not supposed to mix brands together. This is a Homeline, okay, or Schneider Electric, or D Square. Okay, there's a square and a D here. That's the brand of this. Okay, so if you buy a Homeline D Square load center, you need to use Homeline D Square circuit breakers. Okay, but then I went and bought some Homeline circuit breakers, and they were the wrong ones. Okay, so what I did is I went to homedepot.com and I ordered the right ones, and I just picked them up and I returned other ones. So yeah, in one day I returned like 2 sets of breakers. Okay, but I got 3 this time. Okay, so I have a feeling that we're probably going to use them all. Okay, this breaker panel could do 6 circuits. Okay, so I figure we're going to have 1 here. Okay, 2 for the other side over there. All right, and then 3 for the garage door opener and my workbench here. Okay, 4 for the washing machine. Okay, and then 5 is going to be the EVSE. Okay, I'm going to have it probably, I don't know, I might have a dedicated one for the EVSE. There's really not that much stuff connected here. Okay, and another thing we got to run is we're going to make the input cable. Okay, the AC input cable, we're gonna make one out of an extension cord. Okay, I've decided to just use an extension cord. It should be fine. We're gonna run that from here to one of these outlets here. Okay, there's 2 sets of outlets. I don't know why there's 2. One of them is a GFCI, a ground fault dealie. Okay, and then they're all 15 amp outlets. So yeah, we're gonna run it to one of these. Okay. Maybe this one right here. This one's not even connected to anything. So we'll make it long. I'll make the cord long enough to go to I'll make the cord long enough to go maybe like to the driveway here. So one cool thing about this is if I need backup generator, if I need backup power, you know, like say the house doesn't have power and I want to power my garage, I can power my garage with a generator. All I have to do is connect the inverter to the generator output here. You know, I had a portable generator right here. Okay, so if I needed to power my garage with my generator, I could do that. All I'd have to do is unplug it from the outlet and run the generator off of it. Okay, and so I'm thinking, yeah, you know what, maybe let's make the cord long enough to go out front here. Okay, so that'll be cool. Okay, so that's that plan. And then and then there's the battery breaker. Okay, we got to run that too. Okay, so this is the circuit breaker for the battery. It can handle 250 amps. Yeah, so this is probably overkill for what we need. So we'll say, okay, but I have a 250 amp BMS and I bought a 250 amp breaker. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I went overkill with the breaker because we're only going to pull like 40 amps from the battery, so it's not a lot. All right. Oh, and then we have a battery monitor. Okay, we're going to go install this. I can install this also. So I want to see if we can try to get as much of this stuff done today as possible. We'll mount the gauge at least, you know. Don't know where we're going to mount this, but that's the gauge for our battery monitor kit. Okay. All right. So yeah, it might be 1 episode per item. So that's what I'm gonna say. Okay, so I think the first thing we should mount is the breaker panel. All right. Okay, here's me go.